So how to replicate and what are the prerequisites and what are the benefits of central finance. So those all topics have been covered. So today I'm going to cover conversation part of central finance. Are you able to see my screen? Is it visible? Hello.
Yes, yes.
Uh, so first part is the first after the posting document in every 50. I mean GL account posting. So one amount account number get generated, document number. Okay. So with help of this document number, if you check in SC69, okay. So regarding central finance, you have two tables. One is CFIN underscore SSCHD, and the second table name is CFIN underscore SCC IT. So SSC CFIN underscore SCC HD is for the ladder item, and CFIN underscore SCC IT for the line item. Okay. So this document is going to replicate in central finance. Okay. So let's take latest the document number which you posted. Okay. In the FB50, and with the help of this number you can check in FB50 FB03. FB03, this is indicate this is used for the document list. Okay. FB03 is also for the to check the target system. You can consider it as a target system. Okay. So if there are any error, so you can rectify in AF underscore slash uh, FMON. So also known as application interface framework monitor. So after replicating the data from central source system to central finance system, I mean target system. So if there any error, okay, so error will be rectified in AF slash um, IFMON application interface framework monitor. So this is a T code. So where you can check if there any error or not. So if you double click on any error document, okay. So like whether it is a controlling object or any like API object, anyone or APA or anything. So we'll find two options. One is display only error, and one more is option is so with the date restrictions. So we can find these two options in AF underscore AF slash IFMON. So we can see two options. One is display only errors, display only errors. So if you click on this, we can see only errors. So if you click on the second option with the date restriction, so we can find out the errors date wise. Date wise. That is the so these two options available in application monitor. And if there are any errors, the error reflects in red color. So if not, then so it reflects in plain color. So as usual, for example, generally speaking, so if you click on ABL1 and or ABL5 and anyone, so like you can see as open items in the red color. So similarly, you can see one the red color, the message, which means that is a error mark. So for suppose if error is there, okay, we need to rectify the respective error document number and I need to find out the which mapping is missing and press restart option, then error can be resolved. You know how the error can be resolved? Select the respective error document and click double click on that, and just we need to find out which mapping is missing. The main error is mapping. Mapping means suppose if we are replicating the document number from source system to the target system, okay, so that is known as mapping. If wrongly mapping, so then we'll get the error. So if we get an error, so we need to resolve. How it resolve? So there is option with the restart option. Okay. So click on that in application monitor. So click on restart and refresh. Then error will be resolved. So if you want to find out source document number or target document numbers, so we need to view in FB03. After rectifying these errors, so, okay, so you can find out the both document numbers. Both means source document number and target document number in FB03. So if you click on any header, okay, I mean hat symbol. So both document numbers, sir. I mean source document number as well as so target document number. So next, so if you go, if you want to find out source document, sorry, the only thing is just we need to find out. I need to understand what is possible to migrate and what is not possible to migrate it. So that is the main thing while replicating data from source system to the target system. Similarly, so REST documents like AP, ARCO, any document we can check the same manner. So like we are discussing, so how we will check the error and how it replicate, how the documents can be find out. So similarly, so rest of the documents like AP, ARCO, so anything we can do the same manner. So whenever if you post any document number in source system, obviously document number will be vary in target system, which means, for example, so as soon as you post the document number in an ECC version, I mean source system, so that is, for example, let's take 1234 document number. Okay, so this is the so document number in ECC version. So with the help of this number, so the document another document number can be generated in target system. So that document number may be like let's take for example 5664 5678 like that, which means so document number and the target number, so there should not be same. So always it will be very different. Hence, the definitely mapping is required to between the vendor. So if mapping is not available system, so system doesn't know which vendor is which vendor number is the source system is triggered to the target system. So as a result of this, document number cannot be posted in the target system. You know, hence definitely mapping is required between the vendor number, not only vendor number, even customer number also, or JL of anyone. Mapping is required. So mapping is not available in the system. So system doesn't know which number, which vendor number is the source system and which number is triggered to the target system. So because of this reason, so document cannot be posted in target system. So we can check whether particular vendor number is assigned to target system or not. So in S4HANA version, so there is one path is there. Okay, especially so this is not an ECC version. Which number before we are replicating the from source system to the target system, so we need to assign particular vendor number to the target system. Otherwise we cannot map, we cannot replicate from source system to the target system. So the path is SPRO version, in SPRO version, SPRO financial accounting central finance. So under central finance target system settings and mapping, under mapping, so depend key mapping. So there also need to find out object selection, okay, and select vendor supplier anyone, and then enter any source vendor number, okay. If vendor number, if the name is not repeating vendor number, then it will be shown like supplier number, supplier, vendor supplier both are same. No? So you can select supplier also. So click on show button, then view the assigned source vendor number to the target vendor number. So this is the how we can assign the vendor source vendor number to the target vendor number. So if not assigned properly, then we cannot replicate. So as a result, so we cannot post the document in target system. So as soon as vendor number uh, is created in XK01 after posting document number in FB50, okay. So one document number gets generated. So as I told you earlier, so with LPI number we can check whether this document number is replicated or not in FB03, which means, so for example, if you want to assign the vendor, if you want to replicate the vendor number from source system to the vendor system, we need vendor number. For that, we need to create one vendor number in SK01. So once you create the vendor number, so with the help of this number, we can post one jail account posting in FB50. So again, one document number will get generated. So with the help of this number, we can check whether the document particular vendor number is replicated or not in FB03. Okay. If document number is not replicated, so we will get an error like value the document number, for example, let's 1234 type vendor number is filed, vendor could not be mapped. So like that we'll get one error. Okay, this document number is not replicated. So which system is unable to find target vendor number? As a result, system cannot be found in target vendor number. So what is the solution? If the number is not replicated, what is the solution? Solution. So we need to assign this source vendor number to the target system number. We need to assign before replicating this vendor number to the source system to the target system, particular vendor number. So we need to assign. So in order to assign this particular vendor number, so already I told you path. So in the SPR, financial accounting, central finance. So in that part, we need to assign the source vendor number to this target vendor number. So then go to this path and again finally, so define key mapping and select the object selection and select vendor supplier name and enter source vendor number, which number you want to assign. Enter that that number and click on show button. Then finally we can assign the source vendor number to the target vendor number. So go to error, if you get any error, so we need to rectify the error in error handling page. Go to error handling, select the error document number and press restart button, then refresh, then error will be resolved. So finally, so go to FB03, you can view the source vendor number and the target number. So in FB03, we can view both source vendor number and as well as the target vendor number. So if you double click on any this target vendor number, so automatically calculated which we have assigned in key mapping. So if we click text which one, this one, target vendor number, if you double click on that, so then finally we can see so which number is assigned. Okay, reflected in which we have assigned in the key mapping. If click on header, I mean hat symbol, then we find the source document number as well as target vendor number. Okay. Source means in ECC version, whatever the document you have posted in ECC version, so that is known as source uh, document number, and whatever the number so are replicated to the central finance target number, it means central finance S4 central finance. So as soon as posted document number in source, so should be posted target system. Okay. For suppose if any document is not replicated, okay. So not replicated means in AF monitor. So it is for example, it's not working AF monitor. So then what is the next step? So in target system, till that time the document will be held in the logging table. No. So as soon as document is posted in the ECC version, I mean source system, so document should be get triggered to the target system. First, suppose if document is not replicated in the target system, so till that time, so the document will be stored in logging table. So it will be denoted as central finance underscore log underscore ACC H22. So which will get in SCC 80 object navigator. So once, for example, once the server, I mean, this is cleared, server is cleared, then automatically will be get triggered to this target system. I mean, central finance system. If any data is stored in the logging table, automatically it will be replicated in target system. Once AF monitor issue get resolved, then automatically it will be resolved. I mean, get triggered to the central finance system. So as soon as you post a document number in each version, so in order to know whether the document number is replicated in target system or not, we can check in FB03. Already I told you. In case document is not replicated, then go to interface monitor, then double click on document number, and then can find duplicated in error handling. In case, for example, so remember one thing: if any document number is not replicated, okay, so go to this AF monitor, then check the what is the error. If there is any error, so go to refresh option. Okay, sorry, target option and the refresh. Then you can so clear you can resolve the error message. That's it. As soon as you clear, then it will be clear in green color. The next is if any data the next is so though you have mapped in the customer or vendor or anything, so somewhere unable to replicate the data because of mapping issue. So even though we have mapped properly, I mean correctly, sometimes we are unable to replicate the data from source system to the target system. Okay, so in such cases, what we'll do? So because of mapping issue, in such cases, we need to go to the path mapping. One path is there, so that is mapping and depend mapping actions for mapping entities and the customer or vendor anything. Select any mapping action and under mapping options, it should be mapping obligated or map if possible and save. So once it's done, once is the process is done, then select any error that respect to error document number. Then click on restart and refresh. Then document will be posted. So unless until the error is resolved, we cannot post the document in target system. So we need to resolve the issue in the app monitor. Otherwise, we cannot post the document in Central Finance. So go to target system and FB03, enter logical system and execute. There is option will be there in top left side top corner and the execute option. Click on that, then we can see the both the document numbers, source as well as target number. So if we click on say target number, double click on that, you can view the which number is map and which number is taken from the source system. You can find these details if you double click on any this one target number. So while mapping customer number from source system to the target system, along with customer number, we need to map GL accounts as well. Otherwise, so it give error. So not only the customer number, not only customer or vendor number, any GL account number or customer or CO anything. So while mapping the customer number, okay, along with customers, we need to map the GL accounts as well. Otherwise, the system throws error. So cash management point of view, so group reporting point of view. So add benefits the bringing data from source system to the target system. So what is the main benefit of this bringing data from source to the target? So it gives us benefits like cash management and cash management point of view and the group reporting point of view. So how to the next is how to map the payments in CF. So far I have discussed how to replicate the data and how to replicate the invoices. Okay, how to fold the invoice from source to the target. So now let's discuss the how to what about the payments in central finance. After creating invoice, we need to pay the payment for the vendors. So generally speaking, so we use the FB53 after creating the FB60. Okay, for vendor. So we need to make a payments in FB53. Correct. Similarly, uh, this one central finance system, how we can make the payment? For example, so after creating this AP invoice self source system, okay. So target system, the whatever the data is posted in AP invoices in the source system, the same data will be get triggered to the target system. Okay. So what about the payment? So once invoice is replicated from source system to the target system, okay, payment is up to the customer. That is payment choice. Okay, whether customer want to make payment like source system or else the customer want to make a payment target system. So that is customer choice. But there is any mandatory customer we always need to make a payment or source system or always need to make a payment through target system. There is any such mandatory option. It is up to the customer. So you can make payment so either through so source system or else target system. If customer want to make payment through target system, so he needs to activate centrally payment functionally in SCA Central Finance. But thing is, if customer want to make a payment in target system, so additionally you need to activate central payment functionality in Central Finance. That is main important thing. So without activating this central payment functionality in target system, so customer cannot make the payment. And next thing is, for suppose customer doesn't want to make payment through Central Finance. So you want to make payment through source system. So then automatically payment data will be get triggered in central finance system. This second scenario. The first one is central customer want to make payment through central finance. Okay. In the second scenario, customer want to make payment through source system. Okay. So if customer go select the option source system option, then what is the payment option? What is the central finance? So automatically amount will be get triggered to the central finance. As usually, already we told you generally speaking. So if you post any document in the source system, okay, AP or AR anything, so the same data will be get triggered to the so replicated to the central finance. I mean target system. So let's discuss some scenarios. There are two scenarios in this scenario one and scenario two. For example, so if you posted AP invoices in source system, so same invoices so get posted in target system. Okay. If payment is done in source system, so then automatically payment will be replicated in target system. This first scenario. Okay. And coming to second scenario, for example, payment is select customer is selecting the option central finance option. Okay. For example, so customer so for example, we have posted some invoice in AP, but this automatically will cleared. Okay. And what about this central finance? Whatever the posted in the AP invoices, so the same invoices get triggered in the target system. Okay, as open item. So see, remember. So in the central finance system, sorry, this source system, it will be automatically cleared. Okay, no need to make any manual payments. Okay, but what are the so the documents you have posted in the central finance, so that will be shown as open item. Okay, but what about the payment? So payment the payment is done in the target system. Once it cleared, then automatically will be cleared in the this one source system. So this is second scenario. So if you want check whether the payment is done after making payment, so if you want check the payment whether payment is done or not. Okay, which vendor or which customer numbers payment is are done. So if you want check in ABL 1 as usual or ABL 5N and FB03. So by using these T codes, we can check which vendor or which customer number says payment is done and whether we have corrected made payment or not. So if any changes are made in source, then automatically get reflected in the target system. For example, if any changes are made in the central finance in the sorry in source system and ECC version, for example, let's take for example, so text I have entered like a document reference number 5. For suppose I have entered like this. Okay, so whatever the we have mentioned in the so ECC version, I mean source system, so the same data will get reflected in target system like reference file. For example, value date is mentioned today is 22 6 2023. What the same date get reflected in target system like 22 06 2023 like that. So what are the changes we made in the for example if made in the ECC version, the same data get changed in the can affected in source target system. So that is the meaning of this line. And for suppose if you reset any document number, okay, or anything, so that in fact will be seen in the target system as well. So usually reset will be done in BRA. So this is one more case. For example, we have posted one document, so you want to reset, you want to change, you want to modify. Okay, so that also can be seen in the target system. Usually, we can reset any document number in a BRA in Central Finance. So it is one type of T code. So what is the SFE notes? Okay, SFE notes is nothing but so for example note 2346233. Even we may not know about this SAP notes. Only customers will be able to know those who are already taken central finance license from the SAP. This SAP notes is used to control the rejection for payment. SAP is usually used for this, so to restrict the make payments to the customers or to the vendors or vendors or customers anyone. This one kind of like a tool So use for that to receive the payments. So even we may not know about this SAP nodes. Why? Because so only those are having license. Okay, so those are taken license from the SAP. Those only people can only so know about this SAP nodes. So whatever the data is posted, that will be get replicated in target system SP S4HANA. So earlier I told you, if the source system is non-SAP, so in order to transfer the data from non-SAP to SAP, so we'll have to write a code to under the system behavior same as source system. So far I have discussed SAP to non-SAP, sorry, SAP to S4HANA. Okay. For example, source system is non-SAP. So then what is the result? So in order to transfer the data from non-SAP to the SAP, so we'll have to write a code with help of technical consultant. So because in order to understand the system behavior, so we need to write a T code with help of technical consultant. Then we can transfer the data from non-SAP to the SAP. Yes, for so central finance and the central payments are developing tools. Both central finance and the central payments, both these two are one kind of developing tools. So let's move on to the functions of central finance. So there are mainly four functions I have collected. So dispute management, cash management, and collection management, and group reporting. So the main functionality of this central finance group reporting purpose. So however, so there are multiple features are even though central finance having more functions, more functionalities, but the simple thing is the main functionality of central finance is group reporting. So if I want to see all the data, all the reports at one common place, so for that purpose we use central finance. So except this, not any other purpose like invoice creation or making payments. Okay, whatever other functionalities, but main functionality is group reporting. So this is all about so uh, so configuration part of this central finance and some important T codes and tables and functions. Thank you. So if you have any doubts, so you can ask me. So whatever I have discussed, no.